What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Brent Jenkins golf video. If you're new here, you just stumbled across my page, I'm Brent Jenkins. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's right there. For those of you who have been here this whole time, thanks so much for following along. I appreciate all your support and all your likes and comments. But as you saw in today's thumbnail, we're going to go through how I prepare for a round, whether it's a practice round or a tournament round or a weekend match. I'm going to go kind of in depth on how I kind of get my mind right and get in the right mindset to compete in a round of golf, because there's so many ups and downs. You got to be in the right mindset to compete at the highest level. So I'm going to kind of go through the motions and explain what I do. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so many of you have asked, we're going to talk about it. What I do to get ready for these weekend matches, I really don't do a whole lot to get ready for those, to be honest. I play very little, and as my game has shown in a lot of these weekend matches, sometimes it's good and sometimes it is so far off that I just end up getting beat. But I usually try to play good players. Casey's a great player to compete against, so it's hard to win. You have to play well to win, or you're going to get beat. And my mindset kind of going into those rounds is hit the ball well. If you're not hitting the ball well, hit it to the middle of the green. Try to two-putt and make par and get out of there. But when I'm not hitting the ball well and I'm trying to get ready for these matches, what I like to do is I like to go and shorten up my swing a little bit on the driving range if we get to hit range balls before the round. But most of the time during the weekend matches, we just tee it up and we get out there. So it takes me a few holes to get acclimated to the greens. Takes me a few holes to get loosened up. So I would not advise playing like that, but that's just how we do it around there. The next thing I'd like to talk about is practice rounds. A lot of you guys are wanting to start playing tournaments, or you are playing tournaments, and you get a practice round a lot of times. So typically for practice rounds, what I like to do is kind of really look at the courses and look where, not necessarily where I want to hit it, but necessarily where I can't miss. And as long as I eliminate those spots on the golf course, it really, a score can't be that bad, as long as I'm just missing it every which way direction there is. But if you eliminate the really bad spots, you're eliminating the double bogeys a lot of times. So what I like to do is around the greens, I try to hit from every different direction, and see if there's a shot that's super downhill back towards where the pin might be. You don't want to miss long. Or if you think there's going to be a false front on the front of the green and you're hitting an iron shot into it, you want to hit it past the pin. Otherwise, you're going to spin it right off the front of the green. So, and without playing a practice round, you're not going to know that. Or you're not going to know where to lay up off the tee box if there's a hidden creek or something down there. So it's just certain different things that you need to know when you're playing a practice round. You try to hit it from every different angle from the green, because you never know where the pin's going to be. You got an idea, but you're not going to know exactly where they're going to put it. But just don't short side yourself, and what that means is if the pin's on the front of the green and there's a bunker on the front of the green, you're short-sided. You can't miss it there because you don't have any room really for the ball to roll towards the hole. You want to be over the green in that scenario to where you have a little bit of room for the ball to funnel down towards the hole, and you don't have to get it to stop instantly when it hits the ground. So when I get ready for a practice round, I like to hit different shots off the different tee boxes. I won't hit driver on every hole, even though a lot of times, because I'm not a long hitter, I hit driver the majority of the time. But I like to see kind of different shots that I might have in the tournament. So being prepared and seeing where I might be in different areas and how that translates to the next shot, that's a big beneficial aspect of playing a practice round. I don't get to play them very often because I don't play a whole lot of tournaments anymore, but this might help some of you guys. Just make sure when you're playing a practice round that you kind of view all the spots that you kind of don't want to miss on, and if you can eliminate that part of the golf course, you're eliminating strokes off your game. And lastly, guys, I want to talk about my tournament rounds. I haven't played a tournament in an awful long time, but I am so much looking forward to playing some tournaments. So getting ready for a tournament, before the tournament even starts, I kind of have to put it in my mind that I'm going to this tournament to win. I'm going to win the tournament. I'm not just going to play. I'm not just going to have fun. I'm going to try and win this golf tournament. And to do that, I know I'm going to have to shoot even par, under par. I mean, at this point, these guys these days are so good, you're going to have to shoot under par to make a check. But what I do is you have to go in with the mindset that you're going to win. And so when I show up to the course, like, I expect to play well. I expect to go play my best. And if you don't have the belief in yourself by the time you get to the course, you're kind of, in my opinion, you're kind of just wasting your time. You may be out there just having fun, which is fine. But for me, I want to go out there and I want to win. So having that mindset is kind of a must for me. And even in weekend match, like when I'm going to play a weekend match, my thought is I'm going to go win. Of course, it's going to be difficult. I'm going to have to play well, but that's my mindset going into it every time. But as far as getting ready for the round, not necessarily the mindset, but I mean, I try to stretch and get my body loose, because if you go into it tight, you're not hurting it. You're just going to hurt yourself. But yeah, get the body loose, get your mind in the right place, make sure you eat, bring snacks to the golf course. Playing golf wears you out. I don't care what anybody says, playing golf will wear you out. You're using all kinds of muscles that you don't typically use on an everyday basis, so refuel while you're playing. It's a must. And lastly, getting ready for a tournament round is so much different than any other round because of what's at stake. You're playing with pressure, you're playing with it's a mental grind, and what you have to do is you have to be prepared, like I talked about with the mindset. You have to be ready for the tournament as far as your body being loose, and then also you have to be able to bounce back, because I don't think I've ever played a round of golf where I didn't have a setback. I've never had a bogey-free round, so I've had a setback in every round I've ever played. But what you have to do is you have to literally convince yourself that you're going to go make birdie on the next hole. You can't stay in that mindset of, oh, I just played bad on this hole, the tournament's over. No, go play for yourself. Go play for your lowest round. Go see if you can shoot 70 or go shoot 80 or try to break 100 for the first time. I don't know. Play against yourself every single round, and you will see improvement pretty quickly. I mean, the more pressure you put on, say, I got to make this 3-footer so I can go have a Whataburger after the round. I don't know. The more you get used to making those putts, or the more you get used to playing in competition, the better you're going to be. I mean, I remember my first tournament, I was probably 10 years old, and I probably shot 50 on 9 holes, which, I mean, if you're just starting out playing golf, that's not bad. The average golfer can't break 100. So, getting ready for tournaments, that's what I do. I try to get loose. I try to get my mind right. And I just try to go out there and compete. Like, that's all there is to it. If you have any questions or if you have any thoughts for me, drop some comments. Drop whatever comments you want, and I will reply to you. I enjoy hearing from you guys. I enjoy getting your feedback. But thanks so much for listening, guys. Go ahead and like the video. Let me know what you do. Let me know what you think. And maybe I'll implement that in my golf game. But that's it for this video. We'll catch you next time, guys. Thanks.